This is John Paul Wright. I'm calling from Tokyo, Japan, and I want to cover this movie that Brie Larson released in 2017. It's called Basmati Blues, and some people have called her out for being a racist on this movie. I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but she's definitely pretty ignorant about the Indian culture, and she does a few things in the movie that are, well, not very Brie Larson-like, according to the things that she's pushing for in other movies where she wants to have people who are not represented be in the movies, things like this, and it seems like she plays some kind of the white savior in this movie. And I want to touch upon one little point that might seem small to some people, but it's something I happen to know about Indian culture, and it's actually about curry, because she has a scene in this movie where she eats the curry and she's like, "Oh, it's so hot, it's terrible." And it seems like a small scene, but it's not, because it's just this really stereotypical thing about Indians and how curry is. And in Japan, there happens to be a lot of curry restaurants. And before I came to Japan, I didn't touch curry. There's like this joke out there, when I was growing up in the States, that it makes you go to the bathroom. It's like super hot. It's, I guess you could say, kind of gross. And I never had it in my life until I came to Japan. And in Japan, curry restaurants are literally everywhere. So let's take a look real quick at that little scene.
Linda, I will be your government rep.
I've never done anything like this before.
So what I heard was this movie's filled with all these kind of things about Indian culture that a lot of Indians found offensive. And by the way, I'm saying Indians, and I hear some people don't like me saying Indians. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I mean people from India. Okay, I might get it for this. But the point is, there's all these things in this movie that have these little things about the culture that people from India found distasteful. And by the way, the movie on Rotten Tomatoes as well. Let's take a look how bad that did. Looks like 11%. Well, I guess there is still honesty left on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, if Rotten Tomatoes was helping out or shilling out Brie Larson, I guess it would be a little bit higher than that. But the critics here give it 11%. Audience scores 57%. And I read a few of these reviews, and a lot of the people who reviewed the movie who liked it said they liked it with the family. They took the kids, they enjoyed it, and my guess is the people like that aren't looking into it too hard about the politics of the movie, about how Brie Larson portrayed India, things like that. They just kind of heard the jokes, and it's a musical as well, so they heard the songs, they were like, oh, that was fun. The 8-year-old daughter, their 10-year-old son or whatever liked the movie, so they were like, okay, that was pretty good. But the people who thought about the movie critically seemed to call out some things about Brie. Let's take a quick look at some of the critics and their comments and who the critics are also. So Owen Glimmerman from Variety says, Basmati Blues is one of those movies that isn't terrible but still leaves you wondering why it exists. Glenn Kenny from RogerEbert.com says, an admirable misfire. Alan, I cannot pronounce that last name, from The Village Voice says, watching it is something like watching a baby's first full dress rehearsal or gangly baby deer's initial efforts to stand, where it's the effort that's more engaging than the achievement itself. By the way, The Village Voice is from New York City. They're kind of a small-run independent paper in New York City. S. Indra from the Daily Sun says, the movie is not one of those stereotypical films about India, but also one of those white savior comes to the rescue third world village type films. Okay, so a lot of people say this, where Brie Larson rides this white horse, she saves the people from India, and it seems like she's the white person saving the day. So I don't always like to look at things like that as far as race myself. However, people have called this out on Brie Larson, so yeah, I'll take that for what it is. So this guy here says from the Hindustan Times, yes, as an Indian critic, I can confirm that Brie Larson's film is unbelievably and insultingly racist. That didn't come from me. So, like I said, a lot of these people are saying she's really racist for this movie, which is funny because Brie Larson's the one who's against racism. Brie Larson's the one who wants to get rid of racism in movies, yet she has a very recent movie that a lot of people are saying is racist. Wow, I'm blown away. I'm surprised. Just kidding. Look at that. Has one good tomato here. I mean, they're just pretty much all rotten, and these are critics. Where were these critics when The Last Jedi came out? This guy here says, there's nothing wrong about sending the message of fighting corporate greed, but it's through execution of the material that ultimately fails. Basmati Blues. So yeah, again, she's trying to push some political message in this movie. She fails miserably, apparently, and I just figured I'd let you guys know. I actually saw this covered. John Talks did a video, Mecha Random did a video, and yeah, this is right up my alley because I'm not too happy with Brie Larson and the way she is in the movie business, that kind of thing. You guys let me know what you think down below. I'd actually like to watch this entire movie and do a review on it. We'll see. I doubt I'll have time for that, but that would be nice. Alright, I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, stuff like that. See you next time.